Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Director Watch, an AwardsWatch podcast that attempts to get inside the mind of cinema's greatest auteurs and explore what drives them. And maybe we go on a few unrelated tangents along the way. I'm Ryan McQuade, the executive editor here at AwardsWatch. And joining me, as always, is my co-pilot, my co-host, Jay Ledbetter.
Ryan, today we bring you, our audience, the first podcast recorded in 3 separate temporalities in honor of Dunkirk, the beginning of, in my opinion, Nolan's golden age.
There you go.
We made it. I'm stoked.
You got over your run of middle of the road, but great podcast episodes, must say.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for me, I don't care for the films, but a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I wasn't fired for not liking Interstellar, but here we are. And now we get to talk about one of my favies.
Yes. And now we get to go on a run where Jay's going to be super positive and defend some of his favorite Nolan films. Yeah.
I think only one needs defense.
Yeah.
The other two are pretty universal.
I don't know. I think that movie's kind of coming around already.
It's got its fans for sure.
It's got its fans. It's going to get there.
I think it had its fans from day one. It had some shooters, but it also has some, some haters.
You know what, buddy? Let's save that for next week.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We're here to talk about Dunkirk. But like you said, Jay, there's an hour, a day, a week.
Indeed.
Which one would you be?
Which length of time most matches my personality?
Yeah.
probably a day. I'm probably
okay.
A day
So you're
guy.
Probably a day.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to take the week. So here to be the hour is our guest today, our good friend Trace Sauveur. Trace, welcome back to Director Watch.
All we did is survive. That's enough. That was my impression.
That's your impression of a British kid in the boat?
That was my impression of the close to last lines of the movie.
What do you think about that kid? That kid has gone like nowhere, by the way.
Yeah, the Fionn Whitehead kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't done too much.
It's like the biggest thing he's done since.
Yeah. He's really peaked with Dunkirk as I don't even know what his character
really peaked with like your biggest role being like Christopher Nolan movie. You think like everybody at his house is just like, well, you're never gonna get bigger than Nolan, kid. Like it's like
he was Pip in the FX Great Expectations series. Thank you very much.
Yeah, everybody's watched that.
Okay.
Well, then that just and you know what? Wrap it up. We're not even doing the rest of this episode.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have known that, I would have not even rewatched this movie.
Yeah, we just would have watched that and just reviewed that. Yeah. Wait, is that the Great Expectations series with Olivia Colman?
Yes.
Oh, man. The fact that I know that is sad.
No, it makes me happy.
Does it? Oh, I'm glad that it makes someone happy around here.
It makes me happy that you know that.
Trace, are you okay with being the hour?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really know what that means in terms of my experience of the world.
Well, you only have an hour to live, is what we're saying. Like,
okay,
yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean that
but
is
it will
kind of
feel the same length as my day and
my week.
Yeah,
and then we will converge at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, only having an hour to live, that is kind of what happens to Tom Hardy in this movie.
In some ways.
I mean,
so, hey, he's shipped off to like a POW camp at the end of the movie.
I get so emotional when he glides.
Sure, but he's actually just going to the pit where Bane got put into. This is actually a Dark Knight Rises prequel. I don't know if you
know
guys
this is brought up all the time, but it's so funny that he is just put under masks in Chris Nolan movies.
Can we just say
he
it
used
up
to be
front,
so
though?
handsome in Inception, and then he's like,
but
muzzle him up.
He's fucking gorgeous in this movie too. My God, like it just.
He's badass in this movie.
Like when you just see him without the mask on, just briefly, you're like, God, you are one fucking good looking man. Like this is, and a lot of his work is just the eyes. He's got great eye.
Yeah.
He's working a lot with the eyes here, and it's
great.
He's
very good in this movie.
No,
I think.
You think so, Jay? He's pretty
well, but I mean, it's like, how do you define
how
a
good
role
he
like
is.
this. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to say he's good, but something about him is just good.
Something about him. It's
He's got
vibes, baby.
he's got that juice. He's got that like
has the juice.
He
you can
has
just
the
see it in his
juice.
face.
He's got the Riz.
It's freshly squeezed. He's got the juice. Trace, Christopher Nolan.
What?
They've asked you
I
to
know
come
him.
onto this podcast to talk about him. So
Uh-huh.
what's your relationship with him, buddy? What do you like about him? What do you don't like about him?
I'm an absolute mark for Christopher Nolan.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I'm his biggest defender. I love
The
basically
biggest
all of his.
defender?
I'm his number one biggest defender out of everybody in the world. Um, I I feel like there's only a couple movies of his that don't really sit right with me, which is basically Dark Knight Rises and what I guess I don't
Following?
love Inside. What?
Following?
I mean, yeah, Following is it's a good debut, but it's not a movie that
It's kind of like its own thing.
yeah, I don't really champion that movie, but I appreciate him getting his start. Insomnia is not a movie I love, but it's also not really a Chris Nolan movie. Um, and then everything else I either greatly enjoy to love. He has at least like 4 or 5 5-star bangers to me in his entire filmography, including Interstellar, Jay, a movie that I absolutely
Look,
love.
I am in the minority. That is a kind of young millennial, old Gen Z Mount Rushmore movie. People love that movie.
I love that movie. And it was proved that people love that movie when people turned out for the re-release a couple years ago.
Yeah,
It made a bunch of money. So that movie has really kind of grown in esteem. But even movies like, I mean, like, you could talk all day about how The Dark Knight has had far too much of an imprint on film culture, but then you go back and watch it, and it's like, damn, this thing is just put
That is
together
so true.
it's so clean. Like, and you just it's so nice to have a director that cares about the theatrical experience and just the pure formal chops of like getting you immersed in a story in the way that Christopher Nolan does. Even if sometimes his very uh, methodical way of thinking can get in the way of some of his emotionality, which I think he kind of supersedes with Interstellar, but I realize that is a point of contention. I think he uses it for good more often than not, especially his last three movies, including this one, which I think he has really. I'm with you, Jay, that he has really reached a peak in his career with his recent output. And I would say Oppenheimer is really his best movie, honestly. But Dunkirk to Oppenheimer is all just just him at the height of his powers, really. So I love the guy. I'm with him.
Can I ask you a question then, both of you? Jay, we've talked about throughout this series from guests, our level of anticipation for the Odyssey, because that's what this whole movie series is leading up to, actually, is our review of the Odyssey. And if this is Nolan's eras, beginning with this film today, of him delivering absolute heaters for the two of you and delivering his best work, then shouldn't the anticipation for the Odyssey just be like he's just going to continue to do it, and there's no stopping him at this point? Because if he's working with the same people, with the same confidence, with the same drive that he has before, there shouldn't then be any sort of hesitation going into that film. Yes?
There's an ounce of hater in me that'll never die.
I am so Odyssey pilled already. It's going to be the best movie of the year. Even if I don't like it, I'll say I like it. I will say I don't understand the the amount of skepticism that people are giving the Odyssey. I am surprised at the anti-shooters that Odyssey has online. People want to hate this movie.
You know what, buddy? I'm just gonna say it, and Jay's gonna get so mad at me when I say this right now. He is gonna get just absolutely. You watch it, Trace. He's gonna get mad. Okay.
Okay, I'm watching.
So Nolan and the Odyssey haters right now. I'm going through this in another way, and I'm seeing it, which is when Victor Wembanyama got to the finals. There's a lot of Wemby's not a good guy.
Oh
See, I told you he was going to get mad, right? There's a lot of people that are like he's 8 foot tall. He should be able to do that, and he's not. It's not that impressive. And
I have no idea which side of the internet Ryan occupies, but
I see it all day long. There's a lot of people like, oh, Wimby, kind of hateable, kind of like people don't like him.
It is amazing what happens when you Google people who hate Victor Wembanyama.
And it's also kind of like when LeBron James. This is true.
I hate this so much.
LeBron, when he started winning, people started hating on him. And when people win titles or
people
win
love
things,
Christopher Nolan.
No,
people love him.
But listen to what Trace just said. It's not just me either. People have a massive more skepticism. Yeah. And I think a lot of that has to do with Oppenheimer being a massive success, him winning all of his Oscars, him being the king of Hollywood. He's making this big sword and sandal film. And I do think that there was like still an ounce of like, well, he, that trailer doesn't look good.
He's really walking uphill. His last movie made $1 billion in one
exactly.
picture. I
guess, and it's
oh boy.
But here's the thing:
can he overcome those odds?
Get like more of a pass, or there isn't any skepticism going in. We'd all just be like, "Fuck it, lock it in. We're in. We're 100% bought in." And yet there is a loud, maybe you want to call it majority or minority or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of people are like
that's the thing. Yes. It's hard to quantify online how big
much
this group is, but I can't deny that I have seen a bunch of whenever I see the Oppenheimer trailer or anybody talking. The Odyssey trailer or anybody talking about the Odyssey. It is people showing a healthy dose of skepticism.
There are some skeptics,
towards the movie.
I kind of wish he was doing. I wish he was doing something else.
See, this is also the man that wins.
Good.
But I will
I think
attest to this. This is the man that when Tenet was coming out was making fun of it all the way up to then it being his number one film of the year. When Oppenheimer was coming out, he had the same skepticism that he has right now. That movie ruled.
I hope again, my pattern continues.
His pattern is continuing.
I'm very excited to see The Odyssey.
I will say
But Jay's different than normal people because like it feels like a lot of people are just like, oh, this movie's gonna suck. And it's like, no, then why are you buying the tickets? Like, like
I'm not even saying to kind of Jay's point about Christopher Nolan having a built-in level of success to him. I'm not saying the Odyssey is going to be a failure. It's going to do great. Obviously, like it broke AMC's website for ticket sales.
There's a little bit, but there's a little bit of just like when people start winning, people become even bigger haters. That's just what I'm saying. It's just a little bit more happens. It really does. And we have to appreciate greatness when it's in front of us. That's just what it is. We shouldn't, instead of being skeptic, we should just go, you know what? I trust that man is going to deliver the goods, or I trust that female director is going to deliver me the goods. Whoever is in my hand, because I'll give you another example. This is the truth. I'm very skeptic. I'm becoming a very big skeptic every single time I hear news about Narnia. Every single time I hear about the modern soundtrack and some of the casting decisions and seeing some of the photos, and I'm like, oh, boy. And also, I'm just not a Narnia person in general. Never was when I was a kid. But our good friend Sophia Simonella tells me all the time, it's Greta Gerwig. She's never let you down.
Well,
have some faith. Well, it's her least favorite film for me, but it's still a very fun, entertaining film. I don't think it's like a masterpiece, but it's still fun. Like, she didn't make a trash movie.
It wasn't trash.
So
it was a big step down from her other movies.
But you can rely that she's probably gonna, if she's doing this, she's probably got a reason, and it might be good. And so you got no evidence up to this point. Now, obviously, with Nolan, we have some evidence, lesser things and all that other stuff. But for her, you have no evidence to hate on it or to say that it's going to be bad until you see it. So, and I agree with her on that. I agree. That.
Well, for the Odyssey specifically, did you guys see the scene that played before Avatar?
Yes.
Nope. I have only seen that very first thing. It was the only footage of.
I watched the prologue, right? Like Trace, like kind of like what Nolan does. The raid in Detroit.
Yeah. And it was sick. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
it's
gosh,
incredible.
Yeah, this looks great. So like, I have no reason to
Is
doubt
Bane
this
in it?
man in this movie. Bane was in it.
For you.
That's awesome.
And we give you this horse for the people.
And then Farrier showed up next to him.
I'm on him.
also in it.
Just kind of like flying right in. And then Eames is like, you gotta make that horse a little bigger, darling, and just shoots a rocket right at fucking Odysseus,
And then they send the horse right into the Tesseract, and it sees its entire life before its eyes.
See, that's the thing. Nolan should just like make the Odyssey, but it's actually
Like Stephen King.
it's just like it's actually like Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's just throwing all of his fucking movie shit at you, and you just like, and then nerds are just like eating it up. You know what I mean? Oh my god, no! There's Dom Cobb. There's Batman. That's why he's keeping it so secret. That's the other thing, is we don't know really all the cast of the Odyssey, because there's some characters that have still yet to even have announcements of like who they're being played by. So there's some heavy mystery still involved.
They're keeping things under wraps, but I'm excited. And
I'm just saying, if this is the beginning of the era that we're talking about today, and you think he's on a heater, until he's off the heater, you gotta just be like, this man, 10 toes deep, five fingers in the sand, just running to the theater. You know what I mean?
For me, he's been on the heater run since Interstellar for me. So
Right. That would be the
that
kind
is
of
correct.
consensus.
Yeah.
But I'm
Not
talking
for
about-
me.
Not for Jay, but we're going to talk about it today. Well, no, that's good, Trace. It's good to know that you are one of the biggest Nolan stands we've had on the show so far.
I'm an absolute film bro when it comes to Nolan, like textbook.
At least
absolute.
you're honest about it. Some people like don't want to do that anymore.
Some people are kind of embarrassed by loving Nolan.
Maybe I'm embarrassed. I don't care. I love.
There's no reason to.
We're
Especially
just going to
after
shame me. People on the
especially
internet,
after
I'm never
watching
going to
this
meet.
movie, man. This movie is electrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie's crazy.
Trace, I know you rewatched this. I know you've seen Dunkirk before.
Yeah.
Dunkirk.
We're going to Dunkirk. Wait, Trace, do you have a Mark Rylance Dunkirk impression?
Impression of Mark Rylance saying Dunkirk?
Yeah.
No.
That famous line that we all know. It's Bane voice, and it's Mark Rylance saying Dunkirk.
It really is, because like the way he says it's like, we're going to Dunkirk. It's so good.
It is kind of specific, I guess you're right.
I want you actually to say it as Mark Rylance as the BFG saying Dunkirk.
As the BFG. Wait, is Mark Rylance the BFG?
Yeah.
Wait, did you not know Mark Rylance is the BFG?
I've never seen that movie. I didn't know he was the big fucking guy.
Jay's impression is actually pretty on point.
That's maybe the worst Spielberg movie.
No, I think Ready Player One's actually worse.
Oh, I think Ready Player One is way better than the BFG.
No.
Oh, interesting. I need to watch the BFG before Disclosure Day tomorrow to really get prepared.
No, Trace, you don't need to do that for your afternoon today. God.
Maybe I will.
No, save yourself.
I was thinking more like I'm done, Kirk. That was Spock on board of the Enterprise.
Oh,
telling
nice.
Kirk he will no longer be doing whatever it is.
He has finished his task.
Yes.
Anyway, Trace, your thoughts on Dunkirk?
Well, I saw Dunkirk in the theater in 2017.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. in IMAX. I remember I went to the Palladium Theater in San Antonio, Texas.
Yes, you did. Yes,
to
you
see
did.
Dunkirk on the proper IMAX screen, which
it is a proper IMAX screen, isn't it, Trace?
It is a true proper IMAX screen.
It's a big boy.
It is, and it's what you need to see
big guy.
This movie on, because like 70% of this movie is shot in full IMAX.
So good.
And then I loved it then. It was, I don't know that I considered it like one of Nolan's best at the, like one, or at least not one of my favorites at the time, but I recognized its quality. But I never went back to it. I never saw it. This is the first time I have seen it in 9 years. I had not seen Dunkirk since it was in theaters.
Fake Nolan shooter over here.
Yeah. I've been posing up until this point when I rewatched Dunkirk. And now, God, man, this is an absolute just fucking masterpiece of a war movie, of a Christopher Nolan movie. I think I love so much about it, namely that it is an hour and 40 minutes long, and that it is just such a short burst of everything you love about Christopher Nolan, everything he does best in just such a tight, stripped down, like just bare bones, like elemental type of package. Um it it has so much of how he builds a movie in it, but it's totally about the experiential aspect of it. And watching Nolan strip away any semblance of true character or exposition sounds like something that could be tedious or not work as well as it does, but watching it, he just has such a strong command of the craft that this becomes one of the most intense war movies you could ever watch, just by virtue of how Christopher Nolan builds up anticipation and tension through the kind of like almost montagey way that he builds a movie here. And that sounds like something that could be a detriment, or like, you talk about a movie that's built like a montage, or a movie that's built out of just moments like that. It sounds like it could be thin, but it builds up to just such a satisfying package here, and in a way that I'm not sure he'll ever be able to do it in this specific way again, because it is so specific to making a war movie about this. But watching Dunkirk again, I am fully convinced that this is one of his masterpieces.
J-Dog,
Yeah.
are you going to pull out the M word today?
This is a masterpiece. Oh my God.
There it is.
So good. I saw this in IMAX when it came out as well.
At the Palladium in San Antonio?
Again, not at the Palladium in San Antonio.
Damn it.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Didn't want to make the drive. I
You
believe
know
I saw
what?
this in North Carolina.
It's because it was a year before he knew me. Otherwise, he would have been.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They would have been there.
He would
Saw
have
this
been
at the
there.
Marbles Kids Museum IMAX in North Carolina.
Marbles? That's not real.
That's definitely
Marbles,
real.
the Avengers.
And it's got a big old IMAX, big honking IMAX.
All right.
Wait, do you go there and you
and-
literally can honk things?
Anyway, I saw this movie the first time, and I was like solid, like very solid, not much story, but
You were still in your Nolan
certainly
hater era.
impressive. I was still in my Nolan skeptic.
You're like,
mode. I was
oh,
like that. Yes,
fuck you, Nolan. Get out
I
of
was
here.
very much. I recommend it.
See?
Didn't blow me away. And then I've seen it 2 or 3 times since then, and every time it kind of ticks up for me a little bit, and I'm like, I've come to appreciate formal bravura more since I saw it the first time, and this is just formal. The precision, Nolan's ability to make this thing feel just so breakneck, so relentless, without being exhausting necessarily, and managing to bring in just a little bit of characterization for everyone in the film without, like, pretty effortlessly. I get extremely emotional at the end of this film, specifically when Tom Hardy is gliding and his propeller is broken, and the shot that is currently Ryan's background, where he has destroyed his plane and basically knows his fate, like, gives me chills. I think it's so good.
Yeah.
But it is a movie built entirely as a montage, like Trace said, which is, boy, oh boy, could that fail so easily. And the skill from everyone involved, Hoyte van Hoytema, this movie looks unbelievable. And it being almost all in the daytime too, it's just like this thing pops like crazy.
It really does.
It's the compositions and it's just, it does have a very painterly feeling to it, but it also has this very lived in, kind of intensity to it as well at times. It's just so balanced in every way. And it is also a movie built on like 50 ticking clock elements. Every scene in this movie has something counting down. down to the fact that even, the score is like half a ticking clock. I do love this Hans Zimmer score too. And it is just, there's never a period. There's never an end of any sentence. It's just a series of ellipses that lead to this grand cathartic exhale at the end of the film. And not necessarily all cathartic. There's some sadness in there too, obviously. It is an experience that is kind of unmatched. I've never felt exactly the way I feel watching a movie the way I feel watching Dunkirk. It's just built in such an exciting way, and it's a masterpiece.
Let's make it 3.
Masterpiece.
Let's make it
Let's
a
go.
masterpiece.
3. We went for 3.
I saw this at the Alamo Drafthouse in San Antonio, Texas, at the Stone Oak location. And then a week later, I saw it at the IMAX at the Palladium in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, we know it.
And because I don't know, you got to see a Nolan movie in IMAX. Like that's like just a guarantee thing. You have to do it. At least one of your screenings if you can get the chance. Because he just demands for you to see these movies on the big screen like that.
IMAX situation in Atlanta is pretty not
Dire.
good.
Yeah. Well, we have that one, and then we have the ones downtown. I hate the ones downtown.
Yeah, the ones downtown. So.
Because I mean, they're true IMAXs, but the seats are terrible, and you have to pay for parking, and I hate doing that because it's like literally in the downtown mall, and it sucks. And there's also times where you can get trapped down there. Trace knows, like you can get trapped in that parking lot.
I've never gotten trapped in that parking deck.
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Sucks. But anyway, I saw the film and I thought it was good. Like I thought it was solid. I thought it was like, this is good. And I saw it the next week, thought the same thing. I was like, man, it's really good. Sound works like incredible. And then kind of just left it. And over the years, I think because I don't know, the other film, it's because it's maybe the most stripped down Nolan movie that we've had since, I don't know, Insomnia maybe is the best one. It doesn't have a crazy twist. It doesn't have all this dialogue, and you just don't think about going back to it. And the problem is that a couple of years ago, when Oppenheimer was coming out and I did my own rewatch, I watched this movie again, and now I go back to it all the time because it's a movie built for the three of us and people like us to just consume because it is a literal set piece for an hour 45.
Yeah.
It is just a continuous set piece that is moving at like 3 trains that are about to collide.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredibly well paced. This is when he is at, he is I think a great, when he's at his best is a great master of pace and tone, with just massively built sets and aesthetics and getting to use things that are practical and crashing planes and sinking boats and doing all this shit that nobody else is supposed to be able to do. Nobody. But then the secret sauce of Dunkirk lies within Nolan's sentimental heart. And it lies within his depiction of humanity of this moment. I think it is beautiful, and it is honestly a continuation of the sentimentality that is inside of Interstellar, but works in a historical, personal level, even for him, because he is a dual citizen. And that movie is about really his connection to America and his American roots within his family. And this obviously is those connections to his British roots. And this is one of those just massively important moments, not only in World War II, a war that Jay Ledbetter and I both agree we don't talk enough about. Right, Jay?
It's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
That's his take, and he's
I
sticking to
thought
it.
you were gonna say y'all agree that it was bad.
We don't talk enough about it, about World War II, but we don't talk because of moments like this. We kind of forget about it because it's not our history; it's their history. When this movie came out in London, it was huge because people just thought he nailed it. And I think for American audiences, it's one of his lower.
Was there that much enthusiasm for this?
I read a lot of.
When it came out.
I read over there. There was Jay. Here,
No, I don't
not
read
so much because it doesn't involve us.
criticism.
You know what I mean? But over there, they were seeing this over and over and over again.
I listened to the Rewatchables Dunkirk episode, and they had Quentin Tarantino on, and
Yeah,
he said
loves Dunkirk.
He loves Dunkirk.
he said he went to see it in London, and you could kind of feel in the theater that people were very proud of this movie to kind of experience this particular part of their history shown on screen because it still feels very close to them over there.
I remember that.
Yeah,
and I
man,
also,
you're there in the theater, and you know the British are they're so like
But yet-
excited and proud.
but yet, modern
man.
movies, Trace, they all suck, and no one can make a good modern movie anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, so it's like, fuck off. Just nobody wants to hear you. Go back to where's he living? Israel? Yeah, I'm
Israel?
sure that's
Yeah.
a great place to be living
Uh-huh.
right now.
Tarantino's Q rating is just through the roof right now.
But no, it's to me, I think it's a beautiful film. The moments that get me, Jay, I agree with you. The stuff with Hardy gets me, but the secret sauce of this movie
This is the second secret sauce.
is Kenneth Branagh and Mark Rylance.
Oh,
These
yeah,
two
Yeah.
he's
actors
taking his hat off.
that just he's taking that hat off. The moment that gets me, other than the boat showing up and
Is
seeing
when he
that,
stays behind.
is when he stays behind.
Mhm.
And the just just the unselfish humanity right there is it, and it works perfectly. And you could roll your eyes maybe in other films, but Nolan has taken back a lot of the talky elements of his last three films that everybody hated, and he stripped it down to 76
That's
pages.
what I like. He doesn't do that crap anymore. I
He
love
doesn't.
it.
He doesn't do it anymore. He's like, I realize I gotta
He's so
stop
confident.
explaining
Ugh.
and let you feel.
Although
Yes.
people argue that about Tenet, but I'm like,
But
I mean, there is a
whatever.
lot. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But
Tenet's
the
a
point,
different situation. But
Tenet's a different situation. I don't even, he explains the rules up front. We'll talk about that next week. But the point is that by stripping himself of all that, he created one of his best works. Dunkirk is not only a masterpiece, it had, on this watch entered the 5-star club for me.
Mhm. Me too.
Same.
And is a movie that my wife hates World War II movies. She thinks that they're like pretty much all the same, and she's tired of them. And
She
she's
didn't like
like,
the result to the war. She's like, wrong team won.
they're just not her movies. And I was like, do you like Dunkirk? She's like, no, I hate World War II movies. I don't want to watch it. She sat there the whole time and watched this movie. And she looked at me at the end of it and she went, how did he get away with it? And that
It's such a weird movie.
It's very strange.
Like crazy. She's like, how did he get it all to work? It shouldn't work.
it's very.
And
it's
I agree
very
with her. It shouldn't work,
it's
but it does.
It's a very contradictory movie, because it is so much about the viscerality of it and the experience of being in the moment of what Ryan described as a hour 40-minute set piece. But then you do have qualities about it, even though it is so stripped down, and you don't have any backstories for these characters, and the dialogue is so minimal. It is kind of a string and a collection of human stories, kind of all strung up together throughout the runtime. of each of these individual people in their certain position of where they are in this particular predicament. Um, having different moments of survival, of having to save somebody, of heroism, of cowardice. It is kind of a collection of small individual moments that does make you kind of feel the way Nolan has a realistic but kind of like romantic heart towards the idea of this war and the way that the British were able to come together to bring their soldiers back to Britain. And I just really enjoy the way that the extended ensemble here, everybody kind of gets a moment that contributes some kind of human element to the story, even if this is not really a movie that is directly about character. And that's what I mean when I say it's kind of a contradictory movie, full of things that like Ryan just said, really shouldn't work. I think
it's also kind of a one of a kind World War II movie because there is no operation here. This is retreat. This is survival. Yeah. And that makes it feel, it has more in common with like 127 hours than Saving Private Ryan. It's not about trying to achieve something other than staying alive. And that makes it feel at times like a horror movie. That gives it all the thrills and the terror, thriller, really. Yeah. And we never see a Nazi. Not one.
Yeah.
Not even when the two soldiers come at the end of the film to take Tom Hardy away. You don't see a Nazi. You don't see a swastika. You don't see any of that.
We see one swastika right at the beginning.
They're almost made like they're almost made like an existential kind of threat. Like
it would be kind of like in war, where they're running away from the bullets. You don't see it, but it's the terror of knowing that you're surrounded, the terror of knowing that the enemy is at your doorstep, and there's no way to escape.
They could be anywhere,
and they could
like that opening sequence. All of a sudden, there's just bullets coming from God knows where. And from that moment on, you're like, bullets could come at literally any time. No one is ever safe.
Jay, I got to tell you something. We've watched all these movies leading up to this. And I think the number one reason why I'm going to keep coming back to this movie, and you've already mentioned it, the upgrade from Pfister to Hoyte van Hoytema.
Dude, this movie looks so good.
Jarring. It is jarring how much of an upgrade it is, because you just see this movie, and I'm gonna test this when we go to Tenet, because I don't remember. But I think a lot of the hand-to-hand close-up combat, a lot of the set pieces a lot of them are great, Jay. You're absolutely right. But a lot of that blocking and framing is better with Hoyte van Hoytema than it is with Pfister. And I just think that necessary switch that happened because, Pfister goes on to make a terrible movie and wanted to be a director. And
that was
he switches to Hoyte van Hoytema.
I think Nolan just wanted to fire him, so he was like, "Yeah, but go make a movie. You'll
go
be
make a movie." And he makes the switch, and he finds the modern goat. I think
he is so good at making beige look good.
Yeah. Which is why it frustrates me when I watch the Greg Fraser stuff in Dune, because I'm like, God, this looks so flat. But if you gave it to Hoyte van Hoytema, I bet it would be incredible.
Because there's so much depth. This movie has so much depth in every shot. The famous pier shot where they're all on the pier with their helmets, and then the one guy looks up.
So good.
It has a ton of texture.
And the bombing on the beach.
So good too. It's like you're watching it in 3D, but it's not 3D.
No,
so good.
That is by virtue of shooting on 65 millimeter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just the texture of the picture just looks good, especially if you're watching this on a 4K disc. The 4K disc looks immaculate.
Nolan's 4Ks are unmatched.
This is like a top tier fucking 4K if I've ever seen one, man.
Yeah.
I was vibing the entire time watching this, from even just the opening frames of when the pamphlets are falling down, when the leaflets are falling down, and that saying you're surrounded. That shot of this town is so so immaculate when you're watching it. And like I mean Cody brought this up, I think, on Interstellar, the jarring nature of going from the regular frame to the IMAX frame. You don't feel it as much here because one, you're just so invested and it's so fucking tense. But to your point, Trace, 70% of this movie is in IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when we were on the Dark Knight Rises episode, Jay, and Trey was trying to say that like he thinks that Dark Knight Rises is going to have a lot of common with Oppenheimer. I mean, with the Odyssey. And I'm like, nah, I kind of think it's going to be the movie we're talking about today, because those two guys are just going to be making a giant journey set pieces with, these these mythological creatures attached to it.
I think Odyssey could get talky. That's my worry.
I think some of it can get talky, but I think a lot of myth. But also, like,
I don't think Nolan and myth are.
I don't know. I see a world in which Nolan strips it back a lot and makes it more elemental like this. It is a much longer movie than this, so I feel like it's not. I don't think he could stretch it out to be this kind of totally visceral experience the same way. But I assume there will be more direct story.
Yeah.
But I could see a scenario, especially with the scene that played before Avatar. I could see a scenario in which it is more.
It's just a battle. It was just a
experience
siege.
like this. So,
it reminded me a lot of this.
Also, I mean, Oppenheimer is a movie with guys talking in rooms, and it feels like I'm in a jet.
Yeah.
So. Well, like that's the thing. Is like they're definitely from the trailers. You know that there's going to be some scenes and some talking, but like to Trace his point. To your point, sir, is there's no dialogue really within that opening scene. It's just a straight up set piece that's just moving through action. And these two guys, Nolan and Hoyte here, man, these guys, they just know how to move a movie together. It is finally finding someone that I think, can lift up that big giant camera and do exactly what Nolan wants to do. And I think that provides so much confidence for him as a storyteller. This is honestly probably the hardest film he's had to make, maybe, because the script is so stripped back. This had to be storyboarded out the ass in order for it to work. You're using a lot of elements that you could really use only once or twice. They're in the air, they're on the land, they're in the sea. He's doing all of it. It seems like such a grueling task. They've got like these cameras are inside these cockpits so close.
I know.
I was
so
kind of like tight. It's ridiculous.
Top Gun Maverick got so much credit for all this new tech. I'm like, they kind of did it first.
They kind of did it here.
The aerial stuff in this movie seems like it was very hard to pull off because they had to build these rigs that attached IMAX cameras to these actual planes.
Insane.
To get these aerial photography. But then they couldn't get all the shots in the air. And so they built like a rig that looked like an airplane that Tom Hardy sat in, that Chris Nolan and someone else was like just moving around from the front of it, basically with the camera attached to it. So they had to like match up how the plane was moving for the camera with what they did in the air and how
maniacs,
how those set pieces of the planes and how they were moving. Basically, it is insanity.
It's insanity. Jay, do you know Nolan showed the crew 11 films that inspired this film for the tone? For what they're trying to
I have heard this list before, I think.
Trace, have you heard this list?
I think I did because I think I've heard this list, yeah.
But for the listeners, it's All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930. The Wages of Fear, Alien, Speed, Greed from 1924, Sunrise from 1927, Ryan's Daughter, The Battle of Algiers, Chariots of Fire, Ford Correspondent from Hitchcock, and Unstoppable from Tony Scott.
See, I mean, those all make sense to me because you have war movies, propulsive action movies, silent movies, and suspense movies.
And time bombs.
Ryan's Daughter is the one that I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand the Ryan Josh stuff, but
like that
Unstoppable makes so much sense.
Yeah,
like that is like absolutely
another one of Tarantino's favorites.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
It is.
Look, we are very pro Tony Scott on this.
We are very pro Tony Scott here, but the idea of like that movie is a giant set piece. the entire way through. And it's got some dialogue, but it's really, let's stop this train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is, let's get the boys home. Let's save our army here. I mean, the other influences are also a Man Escape, Pickpocket, and of course, he showed him the opening of Saving Private Ryan, which is like, yeah,
Oh, sure.
I
All right.
get it. Yeah, I get it. But that's to build that tension, which is found literally from the opening frame of this movie, and it's every character feels the same way, from the boat with Orion Lance and his son and Barry Keoghan to the air with Jack
Come
Lowden.
on, Georgie,
and
you didn't need to go.
George,
You didn't need to go.
I feel so, does that get you too?
I'll be
I'll
useful.
tell you what
son.
gets me is when the son says, when Cillian Murphy asks if he's going to be okay, and the son is just like, yeah, he's going to be okay.
Mine's when Harry Styles says he's dead, mate, and he tells him, well, then be careful with him.
Wait,
Yeah.
not Harry Styles.
Well, yeah, Harry Styles says that.
says that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we talking? Oh, yeah. You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
Who did you think I was saying?
I thought you were talking about a different boat.
No, they're all on they're all on that boat. They're getting on that boat
Yeah.
towards the end of the
At
film.
the end. Yeah.
One of the 800 civilian vessels that came to rescue the British troops.
There you go. There you go. Which honestly only looks like about 6 in this film, but it's
They have a fleet.
they have a fleet. They know what they're doing.
There's more
It's
coming.
just the first wave. You know what I mean?
I do love the romantic nature of Chris Nolan telling a story where just like regular British people sailed across the ocean a bit because they're not far away, and that's part of the whole point is that they're so close. But they sailed
literally
across
can
this
see
channel
it.
Yeah, they sailed across this channel to these average everyday people to contribute and do their part and like have this collective community effort to bring these people that are stuck back home. Like that is such a, I don't know. I could feel the kind of emotion that Chris Nolan has for an event like that and people displaying that kind of act of bravery in the movie.
Some of the most efficient character work in the film is with the boat crew. Rylance's character has so much texture to him. I think it's such a rich character,
Such a good
especially
fucking
early on when
performance.
he's just like, it's immediately clear, dude loves planes. He's just like Spitfire, greatest thing Britain's ever made, Rolls-Royce engine. Listen to that thing. I can tell which plane it is just by how it sounds. I know exactly what's going to happen before he shoots, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, man, this dude really loves planes. He's out here just having a whale of a time. And then later you find out, oh, yeah, I had a son in the Air Force. He died. And so then that love of planes takes on a whole new context. His motivation for the journey takes on an entirely new context. You understand why he is being so hard-headed and putting these young men at risk with Cillian Murphy, who all he wants to do, another great character. And the thing that's so good about Cillian Murphy, now I'm just rambling, but we meet Cillian Murphy and he's like an absolute wreck. He has experienced something unimaginable and he is a broken man. And then later in the film, when the temporalities intersect, he's just like a bro. He's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay, man. We're gonna make
I
it.
cannot believe that I rewatching this movie, I forgot about the time stuff. Like that was not something that stuck with me over the past 9 years since seeing this movie. I completely forgot that this was set across 3 different planes of time that all intersect at the end, which is so genius because Ryan, you said already, this movie is basically set up as an hour 40-minute Chris Nolan set piece. Like this, the entire movie is set up with like the type of editing and cross-cutting and propulsion that you get from the last 30 minutes of a Chris Nolan movie.
Yes.
But he still gets you to the last 20-30 minutes of that being its own climactic sequence because everything is intersecting and coming together from what he has set up with how the time is set up in the rest of the movie. And so you can feel it all coming together in that same way that you usually do in a normal Nolan blockbuster. It's a very smart way to put this together in a just different way they haven't seen it before.
I gotta say,
I think some people were like, oh, Nolan and his time bullshit again.
but I gotta say, when I've watched it in the last couple of years multiple times, going back to that original statement I made about it being a giant action set piece for an hour 45 and it's just propulsively moving. It's extremely tense. Every bomb, every bullet, every act of the enemy is either there's no face to it. It's just the machines. It's just the bullets. It's just the planes. And to me, this shares that propulsive DNA with something like Mad Max Fury Road, which people talk about all the time. It's just being a giant chase film. It's one big set piece, and it has moments where it stops and it breathes, but it then picks right back up, and it's the same energy throughout the entire time.
It's like a chase and then a second chase.
And a second chase. And this is an escape film the entire way through. And there are moments where they stop and you think that they're gone and you think they're escaped. It's honestly like a monster movie. Like you were talking about it earlier, Jay, like a horror movie of like.
It's the closest thing he'll ever make to a horror movie.
It really is, because like the monster is the enemy, is the Nazis that they can't see.
Michael Myers.
It's one plane, right? One plane flying down has the ability to kill hundreds with their bombs and
Hardy coming back around.
And Hardy coming back around is an absolute relief. But Jay, I want to go back to something you said with Rylance, and what makes that scene one of the best scenes that Rylance has is when Loudon's plane goes down. And when you learn about his son being in
Loudon looking handsome, by the way.
Good for Saoirse.
Truly.
You know what I mean? Good for her. When Loudon's plane goes down and his son is like, he's probably died. There's no signal. And Rylance just tells him enough. You know what I mean? I don't care. He could be alive. He's going to save his son right there. He's trying to do what he couldn't do.
Great actors.
It's so fucking good. Rylance is so perfect in this movie. And he understands the severity of the moment. And when you learn that bit later, which I got to be honest, when I first saw the film, I thought when they said, oh, my brother's like in the sky or whatever, for a half second, I was like, oh, fuck, don't try to connect, Tom Hardy to this fucking story. Don't do that. That would be, and then they said he dies like literally a second after I thought that in my head. And I was like, oh, thank God. Because because that's the type of cutesy shit that can get him in trouble. He gets a little too cute sometimes for his own betterment, Christopher Nolan. And he doesn't do that. He takes all that away.
He resists all of those urges in this movie.
Yes.
And that's what I think he started resisting in general with the movies that he's made.
But I think he had to. I think he learned something here about the responsibility of telling this story, had to restrain him and take him away from the tendencies that got him in trouble with audiences, with people like Jay. I'm not throwing you in the bus, Jay, but it's just the truth. Like people that still admired his work, but questioned the end game of some of the decision making that he has. I have that within Dark Knight Rises and some of Inception. Jay has that a lot within Interstellar. Just questionable things that he's doing that for all of us, one way or another, don't justify the means.
For me, really, it's just like, man, let the story tell itself.
Yeah,
just intervening.
Yeah,
and
quit putting yourself in
so hands off. It's beautiful.
But
he takes himself out of this immensely, and it's just then telling the story in his version, his way. However, timey-wimey. That's the only gimmick that's in the film, is the time element. But it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's useful.
There's some residual cleverness that he does with the time stuff, especially when Tom Hardy is flying overhead, his other guy goes down. He seemingly sees the other guy waving, and he kind of gives him a little wave. And then later you catch back up with the pilot that went down with Mark Rylance, and he's
waving.
His arm was waving out of the plane because he's stuck in the cockpit and drowning. And so there is a little bit of narrative cleverness where it reveals things to you, or it introduces things as a reveal, like, oh, like I didn't realize that was happening. Like this is a new twist on what was actually happening from what I had previously seen. So that is a very kind of Chris Nolan thing to do, and introduce reveals in that way. But it's so just like kind of fluidly presented here, and the movie is always moving forward in a way that it doesn't no, nothing is too clever for its own good, and it's never a hindrance on like the overall propulsiveness of watching this as the big experience that it's meant to be.
A relentless movie that doesn't call attention to itself. Like it is
Yeah.
not. It's the confidence of it that just blows me away. It's
What
so well made.
what I remember when it was coming out was like people were like, "Oh, it's only like 76 pages of screenplay," and people were all like, people were kind of like, "What do you mean it was only like how long is this movie?" And when I was talking last night, I was watching the film and I was talking kind of out loud a little bit with it. I was like, that means he has to tell more with his visual
Mhm.
rather than what he has to do with the page. Because if they say a minute, like every page of your screenplay is a minute on the film, then that's a 76-minute movie. So there's 30 minutes extra where he's adding shots or he's storyboarding this or he's padding this stuff out, where it's these guys, where it's just the camera moving and the characters are going through and getting in and out of situations, getting in and out of the boats. I mean, there are just multiple times when those boats are sinking, like when they're under the deck. Which, by the way, I gotta say one thing: when they get below that ship deck, and when they get, I think when they get off of Dunkirk, bread, butter, and jam has never looked any better. Like it just looks.
Yeah, yeah. It
You
looks
just
So
appetizing.
British.
It just looks like God. I want, and like you can
Here you
see,
go, love.
you can
Have some
see.
jam.
Here's a blanket. Like warm yourself up. Like it's those little things, and you can just see them devouring this bread. Like there's one time where he's just like eating all the fucking edges in the scene, and it could look silly, but like they're starving on this beach. Like they don't have a lot, and they're surrounded. But when the torpedo hits the ship, and the whole thing just shakes, and
I
the
love how
water
that's done
just
too.
the
Because it's
water
just
is
so
just
matter of fact.
it really is. But also the relentless nature of like they have like 3 or 4 boats that these guys get on and
And blow up.
and blow up. And
They're having a rough go of
they're
it.
having a rough
Yeah.
time just getting the fuck out of here. But like literally just the relentless nature of their will and their fight and their sacrifice to get off this island is in parallel with the people on the boats trying to get to them to save them in in their selflessness and their sacrifice, and no different than Tom Hardy with no fucking fuel left, flying one way back around just to get rid of that one plane in his act of selflessness,
Yep.
knowing what his fate is, knowing he won't be possibly getting off this island and heading to a POV camp. It's a massive movie about the British selflessness that's ingrained in their culture, and that's what he nails so perfectly within each one of these intersecting stories. And I can understand then the responsibility that he had, that even though this is, very much in history, it's mostly an original take on all this. And yet he's I can just feel the immense responsibility when he's making this movie, and he nails it. And he's not congratulatory himself, but just rather showcasing an artifact. And I just think it's brilliant the way he does it, because
Yeah.
he's not being loud about it. He's not being American. He's
compare this
being
to
British.
Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah.
Like a
And
big, if you're doing like a big, American history important event, Pearl Harbor is the most calling attention to itself movie ever made. But that, I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm not really comparing the quality of the movies. I'm more comparing the approach
no, I agree with
that
you.
each of those movies have.
There is like a pragmatism to the way that Christopher Nolan presents the event here that resists like overt like self-mythologizing of the event.
The
Like
rah-rah.
yeah, like I think he finds it so much of it very heroic, and obviously a very close and personal part of British history, and I think he wants to respect that. But the way that the events play out does resist, yeah, like Jay just said, some of the more raw elements of it. And like we mentioned, it is a movie literally about a time that a defeat. They're trying to escape. It's not a battle they won. This is a story about them trying to get away from being taken prisoner by the Germans and the Germans moving into Britain to take over the rest of the free world, basically.
I mean, the sentiment at the end of the movie is, God, we need the Americans' help.
Yeah, it literally is like, we really need Americans to join this war so we can win. It is not self-congratulatory in that way, like you guys just said. It is very realistic about the situation, but it does show the small acts of bravery and sacrifice and horror and heroism that have to take place even in a situation like this. And it speaks to, like Harry Styles' character at the end. He's so scared that they're going to show it back to Britain and be seen as failures, and that everyone's going to deride them for failing in their mission and having to run back home. And everyone is just so happy that they made it back and they did the best they could. That is kind of the ethos of the movie and how so much of the movie plays.
That's such a beautiful moment with Nolan's uncle, who plays the blind man in the film.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, who just recently passed away. And he's handing out food and blanket and stuff to them. And he says, that's enough. You did enough.
Yeah.
And they're like, we lost. Like, this is a moment, like, to them, to the soldiers, this retreat is a sign of weakness. And it's not. Like when Loudon gets off the boat and the one guy goes, where were you? And, when we were out there, and Rylance goes, they know where you were. Like, I mean, the real people on the boat, they know where
Yeah, Rylance, just
daggers after dagger.
I have a quick note about
tree
Rylance.
of integrity.
I don't usually like Mark Rylance all that much, but he is.
No, you're a fool.
Amazing in this movie. This is an immaculate all-timer performance from Mark Rylance.
This is the performance.
I'm one of the only people who was very happy that he beat Sylvester Stallone for that Oscar.
All right.
I'm standing on that. He's so good in
Trace,
Bridge of Spies.
I gotta tell you, Jay's not wrong on that one. I rewatched Bridge of Spies recently, and it's so good.
I owe Bridge of Spies a rewatch, so I'm willing to believe that.
It's so goddamn good.
That is so dadcore.
It's such the Coen sensibilities mixed with Spielberg. It's just
a little peppering of Coen's on there.
Yeah, it's just that
and it's mostly in the Rylance character.
It really is, and that honestly makes it what it is. Like, it makes it such a good movie. Talk about political thriller. We were talking about those before we got on the
indeed
on the broadcast here. But I think
that I would necessarily call that a thriller.
A whole bridge of spies?
Yeah, there's a whole bridge of them, Jay. I don't know what
That's true. There is a whole bridge of spies.
Yeah, they're tap dancing.
I gotta see him play Satan. I gotta see it.
Oh, well, technically, he kind of played a version of Satan in Bones and all.
Sully.
Yeah, it's never really with Sully.
I did not like Mark Rylance's performance.
I love him in that movie. I think he fucking rules.
I don't like that movie very much.
I don't like that movie.
I think that movie is really good. And then the one problem I have with it is when the movie kind of wants to end, and then Rylance just like comes back and it's like, "Let me kill everyone" at the final 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, "God damn it! This actually like would have just ended on a nice note if he just."
He's doing another Luca movie.
Is he really?
Artificial.
Oh, he's doing the one with Andrew Garfield about the AI guy.
Monica Barbaro, Andrew Garfield.
Isn't Yura Borisov in that film as
Yura
well?
Borisov, Mike Barinholtz. Oh, so it's gonna be like a comedy.
I guess so.
Hee hee ha ha.
Well, it can't be any worse than the last Luca Guadagnino film.
Didn't see that one.
God, it's rough.
Heard not.
Did you watch After the Hunt?
Thing about it.
Oh, I did see After the Hunt. I actually thought.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
How did I word this? I'm going to tell you how I worded this in my Letterboxd review. I said, honestly, kind of close to great. So I kind of liked it.
God damn it, Trace. You really just let us all down there. But like you were mostly
Sorry.
talking about Iowa Debris' terrible performance in that movie.
Oh yeah, she's really bad in it. She's real.
That's all we can agree on.
And she's bad in it. Yeah, she does not have the juice.
Ooh.
By the way,
I'm sorry.
Now, I'm just pointing this out as midway through this conversation here, going way back to the beginning of the episode. It looks like in comparison, when Oppenheimer was coming out, the pre-sale tickets for the Odyssey are at double right now.
Wow.
Now, it did help that there was another giant anticipated blockbuster opposite Oppenheimer that weekend, but still, it looks like Nolan's going to dominate that weekend, like Trace was saying earlier. But anyway,
theaters are back, baby.
They really are. Like everybody's going to the movies right now.
They're dominated by YouTubers and Christopher Nolan.
Yep.
And soon, Minions and toys.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the new Minions movie.
Trace, is it? I gotta out you on this one. Are you a gentle minion?
Am I a gentle minion? Is that what Minions fans are called?
Well, you know what? Like,
you don't remember the gentle minion craze?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No. What?
A bunch of teenagers would go to see whatever the last Minions.
Oh, they would
Rise
show
of
up
Gru,
And they dressed up in suits, and they called themselves the Gentle Minions.
I do remember this actually.
Which is also
because
honestly
you participated. You forgot about that time you went to go see the Minions in a tuxedo.
This had completely vacated my brain, but I do remember the guys in suits that would show up to see Minions movies.
Honestly, it's a great bit. I love it.
It's pretty funny, and I do think the Minions are funny.
You think the
I
Minions
just saw Despicable Me 4 in a movie theater.
Oh, how did you feel about
with
it?
my son?
What'd you think?
That's the one where they're super minions, right?
They've fallen off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they've fallen off.
They've fallen off. They have a character that is ripping off Jack from The Incredibles so intensely.
I reviewed that movie for AwardsWatch, and I specifically called out that the baby is ripping off Jack.
Pissed me off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
I like some of the Despicable Me movies.
Some of them are good. Some of them are actually like fun.
I think my overall review of Despicable Me 4 was that get rid of all the Despicable Me stuff and just give me Minions. Like
so basically, just make the Minion movie.
The movie was better. Yeah.
So you're more of like a Minion Rise of Gru and the Minions movie. And, and so you're Minions and Monsters. This is gonna make like $9 billion.
I think
that actually looks kind of good to me.
It looks kind of
funny. It's a funny concept. Like I think it might be funny.
I will happily see that with my 3-year-old.
There you go.
I'd happily see that with Trace. Honestly,
yeah.
Fly out here
in a suit.
Screenings in a couple weeks.
You know what? No, you get out here and we can watch it at the Palladium IMAX in San Antonio.
Oh, okay, great.
God, if we don't get a sponsorship after this episode, I'm gonna get pissed. I love that Nolan didn't know who Harry Styles was until after he
I call BS on that. So
is that true? Wait, is that
so after he cast him?
That is true. There's no way that is true.
I don't believe that.
See, I gotta ask you guys these questions about this. Nolan and the cell phone thing.
He self-mythologizes. He has a cell phone. He knows who Harry Styles is.
There's a lot of horse shit involved. Like it's honestly it's a little bit like Big Jim, where you're just kind of go with it because he's making these movies, but you damn well know that it's
I totally believe he is hard to get a hold of. That I can totally buy into.
Yeah, getting a call back probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? But the fact that like, oh, I don't have a smartphone and this and that, no, that's bullshit. I don't
just for like logistics of doing movie production, like you got to have a fucking smartphone, bro.
I mean, either that or you just got like just say you got 9 assistants and all of them have one. You know,
I absolutely saw the quote from him that was like, you know, people ask him why Harry Styles is in this movie and that he auditioned thousands of guys for that role and Harry Styles just had it. I just don't.
You mean like one of the biggest pop
Harry
stars?
Styles would have been cast in this movie, his daughter would have been 15 years old.
Yeah, there's no
Absolutely
way.
not.
He saw posters literally in
Malarkey.
his fucking house of that.
Jay is officially called Malarkey on this.
I totally agree with you, Jay. He went to a One Direction concert, saw that kid, and went, put him in a war movie.
I'm not saying he went to a One Direction concert.
I'm 1,000% saying it. I'm 1,000% saying it. He got fucking dragged just like every dad gets dragged to those things. There's 1,000, and if he didn't, Emma did, his wife, who's a producer on this movie.
It's very smart to do that. I mean, I'm sure there were teenage girls who, there's probably $15 million of box office from casting Harry Styles from
and you know what?
Girls who otherwise wouldn't have seen the movie.
He's actually good in the movie. This is the only time where it's like, great. Harry Styles actually can act. You know, like
he has a lot of dialogue compared. I mean, in a movie without much dialogue, he is a good
compared to the lead of the movie. He has more dialogue until the end.
Classic tool for a movie like this, just make him the audience surrogate type of guy.
Yeah,
anonymous. He looks like the generic create a character.
Well, he's kind of an asshole to the French guy in the boat. You know what I mean?
Styles is, you're saying?
Yeah, Styles. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean?
If he said he can't speak English, and if he does, he'd be spitting out sauerkraut.
He's a frog. He's a Frenchy frog. You know what I mean? Like,
I will not be doing this to our British listeners.
Yeah, my Harry Styles was a little too Cockney, I must say.
Yeah, it was a little too chimney sweep.
It's me, Harry Styles, isn't it?
I'm marrying Zoe Kravitz.
Chimney sweep and all that.
Oh, One Direction and all, you know.
Yep.
Trace, are you a Harry Styles fan?
Am I a Harry Styles fan? I'm kind of indifferent towards Mr. Styles. I have no opinion about him.
Do you think he spit that gum at
I do think he spit that gum at Chris Pine.
That movie sucks.
That movie does
Don't Worry,
suck.
Darling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it being bad. But I'm excited for her new film.
What is her? Oh, the Invite? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. Seems cool. Everything I've heard about Harry Styles' new record sounds like it was a disappointment. So I hope he picks it up for his fans next time.
There's like one or two songs on it that are pretty good. The rest of it was kind of like meh. Yeah. I like Harry Styles' music. It's fun to listen to.
He should go back to Dunkirk.
Well,
Dunkirk.
I don't think he's gonna be acting anytime soon. I think that part of his career might be.
He's done with acting.
Yeah, I think that's. Is he
good in Don't Worry, Darling? Do we think he's good in that?
No, he's bad.
He's bad in that. He's bad in the Mr. Policeman movie.
Do you know the twist of Don't Worry, Darling?
I've seen the movie. But
I know the twist.
I don't even know if
you want to talk about it.
It's a huge twist.
What the fuck happens in that movie? I don't remember.
Basically, then we find out that it's a video game and it's all his like creation, right?
Yeah.
And that
she's created this world. And he's doing it all through a headset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's like a Serenity kind of twist.
Yeah, they stole it from Serenity.
Yeah.
Which, low key, that movie is much better.
Serenity did it better.
I would watch Serenity 10 times before I watch Don't Worry.
Because that movie's insane. Like, then, the kid leaves the game and go kills his stepdad or his dad or whatever. And, like,
hell yeah, man.
So good.
It was all a video game as a galaxy brain kind of twist, but it has to be done right. The movie has to be stupid enough for me to enjoy it.
It's like, is Serenity like trying to be a ripoff of Nolan? Kind of in a way. Do you think?
Is it? In what capacity?
I mean, McConaughey, Hathaway, Interstellar. You got a.
Oh, I guess that's true. Sure, yeah, okay.
Like it kind of feels like a third act twist that would totally be like, turn this movie into a puzzle box thing. That's even a box
I would
on a box.
say no, because it's trying to, on its face, be a normal movie, but it's sort of Russian nesting doll, the weirdness into it. Whereas Nolan is very weird forward.
Yes, that's weird adjacent. You would say
that's hidden weird.
Yeah, that's
hidden weirdness.
Hidden weirdness.
Yeah,
that would be a good title for a movie. Hidden weirdness.
I'll tell you one thing. We talk for a very long time on many podcasts about movies that we like significantly less than this. This movie is so experiential. It's sort of like a little more difficult to talk about.
It is.
It's true. You have to watch it to understand it.
Yeah.
You have to be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to be in the plane, like a co-pilot,
like the camera was.
Yeah.
It's literally a different kind of movie. Like it's not It's not a style, or it's not the way movies are usually presented to audiences.
It is
Structurally, it has some similar stuff to Speed Racer.
Okay, you might be right.
I mean, Jay, your Letterboxd review is. Well, I want to hear your thoughts on that, but your Letterboxd review is on point in saying that like he's off of Interstellar, which made a crap ton of money. He's off the Batman movies. He makes a movie like this. This is a really radical, put it in the middle of summer type of blockbuster, the way that you're talking about here. Like, to basically just strip away sort of the normal things that would audience expect to him, his type of movies, and really modern blockbusters in general, and just be like, this is what I got. Fucking sit there and take it. And that it did, and that people did, and it made $530 million.
It is odd.
It's so fucking crazy.
How normally it was received. People just like, oh yeah, it's a war movie, you know, like the other war movies.
Yeah,
I think it speaks to how Nolan is a brand. And by this point, he was already a
this
brand.
is the movie where you're like, he's a brand. Like,
yeah, but World War II is basically IP.
That's true.
Yeah, but this is the highest grossing World War II movie ever until he made Oppenheimer, which is now the highest grossing.
Because people show up
World War
for
II
Nolan.
movie.
It does technically count as a World War II movie, Jay. They're making literally the atomic bomb.
I'm not putting it in.
Well, it's in, whether you like it or not.
We never see
the Nazis. Wait a second.
Oh my God! Don't do that. No. I'm not hearing any of that shit here today, nor on that episode. God, that's one of the laziest arguments.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. I was just saying it's not a war movie.
It is a war movie. They're making the bomb that literally in the war.
It's a wartime movie. It's not a war movie.
God, those are two different things. A war movie is in the middle of the war, but does a wartime movie not count as a World War II movie?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
It's a World War II movie. Jay, Ledbetter. Come on.
I don't think of it that way, but I mean, I guess it.
I mean, what are they building the bomb for? Shits and giggles, you know.
It's a biopic.
I mean, Oppenheimer himself was kind of building the bomb for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Is Darkest Hour a war movie?
Technically speaking, yes. It's literally taking place in a bombed London during the war.
I just don't think of it that way. But I guess, you know,
he's literally talking in bunkers. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking.
No, I know that's probably more of a war movie than
probably.
Is the Monuments Men a war movie?
God damn it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Honestly, I mean, they're going into those caves and getting those paintings.
Is the Big Lebowski a war movie because it takes place during the Gulf War? Like, is that all it takes to be a war movie? Is if a war is happening on Earth while the movie is taking place?
You're literally being just an absolute pain.
Which movie?
Right,
the Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
That's funny.
No, it's not even the same thing.
I confessed to Jay and Jesse on our other podcast recently that I don't really like the Big Lebowski.
What?
Yeah, that hurt.
Yep.
Trace,
I've just never found it that funny. I don't get it.
Movie makes me hoot and holler.
I rewatched it last year.
The movie fucking rules.
I don't get it. It's on the bottom tier of my Cohen rankings.
The fact that the Big Lebowski is a period piece is one of the strangest little things.
I'm so mad right now at you.
I made Ryan sick.
Bottom tier?
It's low. It's low. They have so many masterpieces, and to me,
they really do.
They do.
Man, that would be a series if we ever did it, Jay. If we ever did the Coens. Oh my God.
Those are fun movies to watch.
Those are fun movies.
And they're all pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love that.
We love a short movie. Just like this, we love an hour 49.
We need to really emphasize that this is an hour 40 minutes.
Can he get back to this? Like, that would actually be the thing. It's like, listen, I loved Oppenheimer. I love Tenet, and I can't wait for the Odyssey. Like, literally, by the nature of the story, the Odyssey has to be a long film. But there is something about an hour 49.
It did rock sitting down for this. It was like 10 p.m. I was
we watched it at like
before midnight,
9:45, and I was like, oh, we're going to be done by 11:30, and I'm going to get to go to bed. And
Yeah.
I total and
And it
that
just
you
packs
know.
such a punch with how short it is. Part of the reason it packs the punch it does is because it is so short.
It
It
just
really
it
gets you in
squeezes
and
the
out.
lemon. You get every drop out of this thing.
There's also
Yeah.
confidence involved with being short. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of times people confuse
It's a short
length with power or length with quality.
Prestige.
And
Yeah.
Nolan, yes, Prestige for sure. Yes, like the Christopher Nolan film, The Prestige.
Correct. There you go.
I believe that came out in 2007,
Great movie.
2006.
2006. Yes. Yeah. So go listen to that episode of the Director Watch podcast if you want to hear more about that. But I do love how this movie is short. I forgot what I was going to say, but I liked it at short.
I just think it's short. I will say it. You speak of the Prestige. I kind of see some of this
Yeah.
just very forward momentum quality that this movie has in both the Prestige and Oppenheimer, where all these movies are kind of built with like being cut with like a trailer like quality, basically, where
Oppenheimer's very montagey.
Yeah, he builds Oppenheimer in not a dissimilar way from Dunkirk, where it is just like this kind of wave of of constantly cross-cutting moments that kind of like wash over you as the movie goes on. It's not really a traditional way to tell a story, but it is the Nolan way to tell a story. He does it a lot, and he does it a lot in The Prestige as well. So it's just like really like cut down to the bare essentials here. But so much of what makes Dunkirk work is the editing and the style
Yes.
of the editing within the way the story has been decided to be told. So his usual editor, or his once usual editor, Lee Smith, really does a bang up job here with the cutting, the way he cross cuts between moments is crazy.
I was honestly shocked that this wasn't a Jennifer Lame edited movie because
Sure, yeah.
I do feel like it is so similar to the way that the stories are told in definitely Oppenheimer, but I would say Tenet as well to a certain extent. Tenet is a lot of going back and forth between stories and time and all that fun stuff. Also, the people go backwards sometimes, which is pretty sick.
When the people go backwards in Tenet, it's pretty crazy.
I did like that. Backwards fighting, revolutionary.
When they do the temporal pincer movement in
the way you just
temporal
said
pincer movement.
it's nothing better than that.
We get up to some stuff.
We get up to some stuff.
That's the best line in any movie ever. That's better than I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah.
We get up to some stuff.
Oh, you think that this is better than Casablanca?
Oh yeah, we get up to some stuff.
They're both. Hey, I both have them at 5.
At least you've seen Casablanca. Some people haven't even done that in their lives. You know what I mean?
I scored Casablanca.
Yeah.
As part of a film class.
Well, that's right.
Whoa, that's
they wanted us
crazy.
to rescore Casablanca.
And
Your
he
score's probably
did.
better.
He did a bunch of Nickelback.
I took I did try to go needle. I took the needle drop approach. I have like a bunch of Radiohead and some Arctic Monkeys and
Do you want to know?
I wish I could go back and find what I had chosen and how embarrassing it would be.
I just rewatched Casablanca like a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, any
Yeah,
good?
good. It's a good film.
Listen, if you haven't seen Casablanca,
Also a war movie.
also a war movie,
Yeah.
a wartime movie, as Jay
It's,
said.
Yes.
God damn it! It's a
Thank
war
you.
movie. It's in World War II. God damn it!
Yeah, my
It's
favorite
not
part of
hard.
Casablanca is the battle sequences.
Doesn't
That's
you
what
know
I
what?
love about Casablanca.
Don't need a battle sequence for it to be a war movie.
A great movie.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
War is not only of battle; it's also of the mind.
Casablanca is a battle of love.
Yeah, yeah. The power of love.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Anything else you guys want to mention about Dunkirk before we get out of here?
When
Any
you
fun
see
stuff?
those aerial shots of the ocean, man,
Ugh.
there's just nothing better.
There is a lot of this, just moments in this movie, just like that's cinema, man.
Yeah, it's just like pure
Come on. Come
like
on.
one perfect shot type like.
Why doesn't everybody do it this way?
I don't think we mentioned enough about. I know we talked a lot about Rylance. I haven't really mentioned Cillian Murphy, who I think is absolutely wonderful in this movie.
He's amazing.
He's, I think it was Jay. You brought him up earlier. Maybe it was Trey. It was one of you.
It was me.
It was you.
It was Jay.
the way he depicts someone being shell shocked, and there's that moment where they lock him in the quarters, and he comes out, and he's just like, "You haven't turned around," and it just the fear in his eyes. A lot of this movie is about people's eyes, in my opinion, and just what you can see because it's all you can see. You know, the Nolan's use of sound in this movie is incredible, but it's really what these people are seeing.
Nothing makes me happier than just blasting the volume on a Christopher Nolan
It
movie.
really, in this movie especially.
I shake the house when I watch a Christopher Nolan movie.
I think that just the immense pain of Murphy seeing the body of Barry Keoghan, which I'm sure all the Sabrina Carpenter fans were happy with that when they watched this movie, of just carrying his body off, and it's that slight hesitation where he like looks, and then Rylance's son tries to look back at him, and he's already disappeared into the group of men, and you know that's extra trauma that's going to be attached to that poor soul. And it's an incredible work from Murphy. I think that Hardy, we cannot overstate how fantastic he is in this movie, how heroic he is, just how
Murph.
I mean how wonderful he is just coming back around. It's kind of, you just acknowledge, I think that the aerial sequences, we haven't talked about those enough, the dogfighting, absolutely incredibly immersive. You mentioned it earlier, Jay, about like Top Gun Maverick not getting, taking all the credit of that. This movie takes the cake.
There's nothing sexy about the dogfights, though. It is how it would be.
It's accurate. It's rather than sexy. It's accurate.
It's circling and it's not
maneuvering.
They're not doing spins and flips and everything. It's just like, I gotta figure out how to get right behind this guy.
And
yep,
I just go back to
I'm on him.
That scene. I'm on him. Like literally,
so good.
Brana, like that push on Brana's face. And then Hardy coming out of nowhere, and him just crashing that plane, and there's that little smirk that he has.
Brana, another just oak tree.
I mean, they're just
absolutely.
He gets with the notable actors that he gets in the film. Understand the
grounding
job.
Forces.
They are, yes, they are. They're not asked to do giant monologues.
Because all you need is Kenneth Branagh taking off his freaking hat, and it's like 3 pages of dialogue right there.
It's cinema.
Yeah, or you get one of the great theater actors,
and then he's like, "You should be Sator in my next movie."
And then
can you be a Russian villain?
Yeah, can you do that? Absolutely. But no, I just think that all the casting is perfect. I think it's the boat.
Michael Caine is great in this.
Yeah,
Michael Caine has a great performance.
Honestly, felt a little. I felt like those British films there. It felt very, almost even like Powell and Pressburger-y there. I know that wasn't one of the films on there, but I was just immensely.
I do like the Britishness of it.
Yeah, it's so British. You can't.
Michael Caine too old to be flying a plane though.
No, but great at giving orders. And also, I believe it was like a nod.
Has Branagh replaced Caine in the Nolan power rankings?
I think Murphy will replace him at a certain point. Honestly.
Yeah.
But what was it? It was a not
not in Odyssey, correct?
No, he gets to sit this baby boy out.
He's got a cameo.
You don't know. We don't know yet.
Branagh in it?
They haven't announced. There's a lot of characters that haven't. A lot of the gods haven't been announced yet.
But
so that,
for now, no knowledge of Branagh being.
But
in
you
the
can
Odyssey.
honestly bet that he's going to call on some of his regulars to maybe be the gods or just appear.
Oh, Michael Caine in there.
Yeah, let him be Zeus. Or
How old is Mikey now?
He's got to be in his 90s, right? Late 80s at least. But Michael Caine,
93.
was in a different film about the events of Dunkirk early in his career, and Nolan wanted him to be the voice on there, not only because of their collaborations, but also as a nod to that film as well too. It was one of the first films that Nolan saw depicting the events of Dunkirk. So
Rage into the dying of the Dunkirk.
We'll bring our boys home.
We'll bring our boys home. We'll get him a spoil of tea and a crumpet.
Murph.
Muff.
I hate that you did. No, you didn't do this at all on that episode.
Murph.
You were too goddamn.
I had my back against the wall in the Interstellar episode.
You see you doing it now.
I was being held at gunpoint.
This is the
Interstellar episode.
This is a low blow coward move by you to not be able to do that. To not do that in front of Josh and Cody, but have to do this with Tracy so that you're away from the.
Murph, don't let him go. Don't let him
go,
Murph.
You can practically see it from here, Murph. I want to shout out Hans Zimmer's score again.
Oh shit!
My favorite Zimmer Nolan score.
Boom.
He
took Christopher Nolan's pocket watch and put it through a bunch of synthesizers and gave this a constant.
Is that real?
Clock score. Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
Wait, what? How big do you think Christopher Nolan's like watch or clock is? Like, how pristine do you think that is? Because the man's obsessed with time, so he's got to have.
He doesn't have one. He doesn't have one. He has a cell phone with a stopwatch app on it.
Whoa! He uses a sundial.
That's actually what it is. And then they're like, oh god.
And for the score, Hans Zimmer didn't know where else to find a stopwatch because he figured his buddy Christopher Nolan would use one, and so he just went into the microphone and went. It's a great score. Really emphasizes the time bomb quality of the movie.
Yeah.
You could say it's on the nose, but it really works. So what do you want from me? The other thing I wanted to shout out is the sound design. Because there are moments where even stuff just like where they where they are in like the hull of that ship and the soldiers outside start doing target practice and you hear just like the ping of
ping. And then the one gets him in the eye or whatever.
Yeah. Stuff like that. It is just so specific and so detailed and it sounds so realistic.
Trace, there's a scene in that prologue for the Odyssey with the horse, with the Trojan horse.
Yep.
That reminded me a lot of the target practice.
When they're in the little barge.
I think I remember.
You know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, I think this movie's going to be very Dunkirky.
Yeah.
And so, I got to give a shout out to there's this one sequence towards the end of the film when the boat that has all the oil spill, which by the way, the oil spill was like, there's two shots. One is the engulfing of the water
over
water, like the the water over the side of that's pushing the vessel over, right? You know, guys, what I'm talking about, that shot.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible shot. And it's so clear that blue water just engulfing this machinery. But the shot of the guy underwater while the fire is over him and realizing that they're coming out of breath and has to go up. And by going up, that means then like they're going to be set to flames. That shot is terrifying to me.
Yeah, very harrowing. I love how
I don't like the whole like I think that was the only cutesy moment of the film is I think he's trying to fake out the audience a little bit there, thinking that's Finn, what's his face, but it's not. You just got a similar looking guy and then because he's like dragging him.
It is a bunch of little lean British boys.
With that
they
similar
certainly
haircut.
Start to blend together.
I know, but then it's like there's three cuts of them literally like waterboarding.
There's one
this
frog.
kid. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's literally them waterboarding this kid as they're like dragging him, from the water onto the boat, and then you like reveal him, and he's like, "Oh, it's me." But
What do you think about the moment of the guy walking into the ocean and killing himself?
I think it's so sad.
It's scary.
It's so sad.
Yeah. There's a level of just kind of.
Or when the bodies are washing up on the shore, and that's how you know the tide's coming in.
Oh, well, yeah, that is also
That's just incredible stuff.
there's a level that of realism that Nolan sticks to, that like even the moments of like heroism are kind of undercut by a reality of like the death of the situation, because you have like Tom Hardy flying in and shooting the other fighter pilot and saving the day, but at the same time you have people dying in the water from the oil spill, and the fire that it's caused. And then even at the end, Tom Hardy is the hero of the day, and he's taken by the Germans at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
They saved all these soldiers in the Mark Rylance boat, but a child died.
Yeah. There is always an element of like the the inevitable tragedy of war, basically, that you is kind of unavoidable, despite all your best efforts to.
I mean, literally,
to
just
save everybody.
The Rylance boat is literally, it's like a hindsight trolley car dilemma. It's like,
yes,
would you have done it if you knew that George was going to die? And maybe not.
But it's also just every aspect of this. There is some form of a cost of war, there. And I will say
freedom isn't free.
No, it's not.
I learned that from the South Park guys. Freedom isn't free. Well, there's a hefty fucking fee.
Thank you, Jay. But I want to mention the one part that, I mean, this French guy, along with what is Finn? What's
Finn
his
Wolfhard?
Like, yeah,
Theon Whitehead.
That's what his name is. The character name.
Yes. Oh no, his name is Tommy.
Oh, okay. His name is Tommy. Though, well, we never. Yeah, because
you didn't know his freaking name was Tommy.
We didn't know his name was Tommy the whole time. Yeah, because they're never like, "Yo, Tommy."
His name is very close to Finn Wolfhard, though.
Yeah, his Theon Whitehead. But
Whitehead, that's a tough last name. Yeah, growing up as a teenager,
that's pretty tough.
Well, that's what you
He didn't have acne problems.
He couldn't go into the sun. But that scene where they're taking the stretcher, the guy on the arm, like the injured, and trying to like weasel their way in. But there was the cool part is like when they climb on the side and you think they're going to climb down into the boat, or like they're going to try to jump into the boat or something, and they don't do that. But when the Styles guy, when that boat sinks, the move of them jumping into the water to get wet so then they can disguise themselves within this party of guys is such a low-key, like, badass move. I don't know.
That's the other thing about this that sort of undercuts any traditional wartime storytelling type stuff. All they want to do is
get the fuck out of
retreat. Like they want to leave the army so bad.
Yeah.
They
it's like, I'm tired of fucking getting shot at and tired of being here. Just like, get me home.
Or I guess the Navy.
Yeah. But it's like, I love that little detail there of they just jumped right in the water just so that they could look just like the rest of them and kind of disguise themselves in here. And then there's always just, they always have like, they're not only have the enemy over their shoulders, but then they have literally their own people sometimes they're having to look over their shoulders at. So it's a nice little touch that's inside the film. Movie's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. I want to watch it again right now.
Yeah.
Because you watch it twice and it's that's still just the runtime of Oppenheimer.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Jay?
Yes.
Before we get out of here, we're going to test your award season knowledge based on the film we just reviewed, Dunkirk.
I know this one had a lot. Dunkirk.
In a segment
Dunkirk.
In a segment we like to call It's an Honor to Get Nominated. Now, Jay, it's a war movie.
It is. They like those.
Was Dunkirk nominated for any Academy Awards? And if so, what was it nominated for?
Picture director.
Correct. He broke through. He finally broke through.
Yeah, this is his first one, right? Yeah.
This is his first nomination. Crazy. First nomination for director. He got nominated for screenplay.
Well, I would say this is his to me, absolutely his first masterpiece.
Yeah, but a lot of people thought he should have got nominated for Dark Knight or Inception.
Well, sure, that was a whole thing.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Inception, get out of here.
No, just as director. I'm not talking. It was a big deal at the time, buddy. It was.
I know it was a massive, massive deal.
Yeah, it was a massive deal.
You're
saying sound?
So was COVID. Doesn't mean it was good.
And we're saying COVID should be nominated for Best Director now? Come on.
He made a lot of masterpieces.
Picture, director, sound, both.
It won both.
Score.
Nominated for score.
Costumes. Stooms.
No Stooms.
No Stooms? Are you kidding
No
me?
Stooms.
Give me the Stooms. What made it in over Dunkirk?
You want the Stooms right now?
Yeah. I can keep guessing. Other
Keep
ones while you do
guessing
that.
while I pull up
Production
the Stooms.
design.
Correct.
Could it have gotten a screenplay?
I got the Stooms for you.
All right, hit me.
The winner was Mark Bridges for Phantom Thread.
I mean, all
I
right.
mean, hey, yeah.
You're not winning that.
Nope.
Victoria and Abdul,
Okay.
The Shape of Water,
All right.
Darkest Hour.
I mean, it's got good Stooms.
You ready, Jay?
Yep. Suicide Squad.
Disney's live action, Beauty and the Beast.
Truly one of the worst films of the last decade. That movie is
Jay
an
loves it.
abomination.
Jay loves it.
That sucks.
Uh,
No
that sucks.
acting.
No acting.
Did it get original screenplay?
It did not. Too thin.
What am I missing?
It was a very slim volume.
You always miss
Editing.
it. It won editing for Lee
As it
Smith,
should have.
As it should have.
Cinematography.
And Hoyte van Hoytema got nominated. This was nominated for 2, 4, 6, 8 Academy Awards. This is the year of The Shape of Water.
That's a ton for a movie that basically was never going to get any acting nominations.
I like to once again remind everyone that this was the year of one of the great director lineups we ever had. Guillermo del Toro won for The Shape of Water, Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk, Jordan Peele, Get Out, Greta Gerwig, Lady Bird, and Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread.
Damn.
That's
Shape
pretty
of Water is so far and away the worst of those
It's
movies.
so
I
far the
agree.
fifth.
Yeah.
No, it's not even like close.
It was his time. I get it.
Yeah. I love Guillermo.
He
That's
seems
my,
like a great guy.
He's
I
a
wish I liked
very
his
nice
movies
guy.
more.
He's a very nice guy.
A great
Shape of
advocate
Water-
for cinema.
Yeah.
Shape of Water is my wife's least favorite movie.
Ever?
Yes.
Turned
Just
her on
because
too
they
much?
didn't show the fish fucking the woman, or
I think the entire concept of the woman fucking the fish.
that's literally actually what makes her mad.
Just at
Yeah.
it is rotten at its core to her.
I mean, it is
It's
essentially like
I cannot overcome this.
I mean, it is essentially like fucking Beauty and the Beast. That's what essentially that movie is.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, well,
Just-
Beauty and the Beast was a curse put upon a man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
and the
becomes-
curse was us having to
the
watch
fish
the
is just
ship.
a fish.
The curse was us having to watch The Shape of Water. Because I don't think that movie's very good.
It's not bad.
Sorry.
But
It's not good.
Whatever.
I'm just not
I like Jenkins.
he's great in it.
Where's he? He's one of my guys.
Isn't he on like a show?
I feel like he was on a show or something. I don't know.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio made me weep.
I love that movie though. That was his Oscar, and then we wouldn't have to done all this shit.
Yeah.
Because then we could
Oh,
have. Well, then we could have give Nolan a director Oscar here.
Ah, yes. Richard Jenkins was on DTF St. Louis, of course.
I've heard that show's actually pretty good.
I saw the previews and I wanted to watch it, but I never did.
Trace, have you watched that show?
I haven't watched it. I've seen the ads.
Seen ads. I've heard good stuff.
Just huge crush on Linda Cardellini.
Oh, important person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's
Hawkeye's,
definitely an important person.
Hawkeye's wife.
Velma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Well, you do give off a Shaggy vibe there, Jay.
Yep. There you
And
go.
when I mean Shaggy, I mean the guy that sings. It
I've got
wasn't
a horrible goatee that's
I
very
didn't do it.
Shaggy-esque right now.
It wasn't
Like Scoob.
me. Like
Let's get out of here, Scoob.
We gotta get off of
Oh,
Dunkirk,
whoa,
Scoob.
Trace with just an absolute Scooby-Doo masterpiece right there.
Do it one more time,
Masterclass.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Makes mine like a joke. All right.
I've been trying to do Donald Duck recently, and I can't figure it out.
I can't.
I can't talk while doing it.
Yeah, the Scooby laugh is the only impression I can do.
But
Yeah.
I can't make words out of it.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things that Bill Hader ever did on Saturday Night Live was
The choking Donald Duck.
Donald Duck having
Heart attack?
PTSD Vietnam dream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's so good. Jay, what would you give this Oscars? Would you give it director over PTA?
No.
Would you give it picture over Phantom Thread? Trace?
That's tough.
That is very hard.
I mean, Phantom Thread is one of the best movies.
You know what? I'm going to give
Century.
Phantom Thread picture, Nolan director. I'm going to split it.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
I think
But
that's
then
fair.
but then they can keep their Oscars later on that they win. Here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Dunkirk is just such a singular movie, which is so weird to say because it's just another World War II movie.
And it's also like it's weird to say that when there's also it's going up against a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. When you're like, that's also
Right.
a very singular film as well.
That is a very singular film as well.
Super fucking wonderfully directed.
It is. I mean, you can't go wrong with either of those.
You can't go wrong. It really.
But
I mean, like
because
I would go.
because I've seen Dunkirk more recently, I'm going to give Nolan director.
Oh, I get what you're doing there. Right. No, I would go P Thread all the way, but it's a very very.
Is that your favorite PTA?
It's I go back and forth between that and There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think I think There Will Be Blood. Funny movie.
Well, they
Kiss
call
me, my girl, before Dunkirk.
They call me a
Before I Dunkirk.
anyway.
Dunkirk. That's what they said about that turning USA guy, right?
Give me give me oh my god. Give me the supporting actor nominees, please.
You're done, Kirk.
You're done, Kirk. This is Chinatown.
Oh man. Give me the supporting actor nominees, please.
I'm sorry. Oh, gotta control myself here on this podcast. The winner was Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Speaking of conservative figures,
We can just scoot him out of the way.
Willem Dafoe for the Florida Project.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Man, I forgot about the 3 billboards thing.
Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water.
Great nom.
And Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World. He replaced Spacey.
What a weird lineup that is.
Very strange lineup of actors. Yes.
You know what? Put in Hardy and Rylance both. Get the 3 billboards guys out of there. Let's get 2 Dunkirks in. Yeah, or is it? Who are the 2 to pick? Is it Murphy and Rylance?
I think it's Hardy and
For
Rylance.
me, it's
Hardy and Rylance.
For me, it's Rylance and Brana.
Oh,
Brana.
that would have to be the fewest lines ever uttered with an Oscar nomination.
All of them.
Rylance has some stuff. Hardy would be the lowest.
Yeah, the most dialogue is on the boat.
I'm on him.
I still think Michael Stuhlbarg this year should have got nominated for Call Me by Your Name. He's
great pick.
He's fantastic in that film. Yeah, this is the year. Like I said, Get Out was this year. Lady Bird was this year. Honestly, not Jay. Where are you at on the film Molly's Game?
I don't understand all the kind of
the hate.
No, I don't understand the love. I feel like people like it now.
I feel like everybody loses. Like you either like that film or you don't like that film because of the Costner scene at the end of the
Sorkin
film.
sucks at directing. Like he's bad at it.
It's not even the directing. I think a lot of people are lost on that film when the Costner scene at the end happens.
Yeah.
You either like that scene or you don't. Trace, Molly's Game?
I saw it when it came out and remember not liking it.
Okay. Well, you're just going to ask these questions. It's the same year. Jay, this is a big year for your household. This is the year Coco came out.
Ah, Coco. We love Coco.
We love
Coco.
This is the year Kobe Bryant won an Oscar.
This is the year Twin Peaks: The Return came out.
Speaking of dead guys, both David Lynch and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, we're coming up on 10 years of The Return.
Do you guys think?
I need to return to The Return.
I would have, man, I hate this original score win for Shape of Water because I think what Zimmer does in Dunkirk and I think what Johnny Greenwood absolutely does in Phantom Thread are 10 times better.
Yeah.
Carter Burwell was
This
also
was
nominated
just the
for
Shape of
3
Water year. It was just gonna happen.
Just stupid. It's fucking stupid. I hate it. And then John Williams was nominated for The Last Jedi.
Good score.
I kind of don't know why we decided this year was Guillermo's year and not PTA's year.
Or not Nolan's.
Yeah.
This was his first one. It wasn't Nolan. It wasn't going to be Nolan.
Yeah, but like
and it was
so
PTA's first. Was this PTA's first nom?
No, he'd been nominated like a crap ton. He was nominated for
director,
screenplay. He was nominated for director for There Will Be Blood.
I guess Phantom
screenplays for Magnolia, for Boogie Nights, for.
It is weird that Del Toro.
He got nominated for Inherent Vice for screenplay.
I think everybody just likes Del Toro, and he's very present and involved with Academy stuff.
So yeah, because this is like
we love this. We love this teddy bear.
Because this was his first Oscar nom. Like he hadn't been nominated for director before. Yeah, he wasn't nominated for Pan's Labyrinth.
I don't know.
Pan's Labyrinth.
I don't know.
So I don't know. Just happens like that. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but I get it. It's frustrating.
That was a pretty good year for movies.
Yeah, 2017 is good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would have thrown Adam Driver in supporting actor for Rise of Skywalker. My winner that year.
I mean, that was Last Jedi?
Or Last Jedi, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker, terrible movie. Yeah, yeah. You have never watched that movie since, right? Jay?
I don't think so.
I definitely haven't either.
No. That's never going to happen, right? Never going to watch that thing again.
Grogu, though.
Why would I? Oh, you know what? No, no, me and Annie rewatched all the Star Wars in the last year. Actually, I forgot.
I will rewatch it eventually, just when I do the watch through.
This is the year of the Post.
Terrible. It is the year of the Post. Yeah.
Yeah. You like the Post, Jay?
Post is rock solid.
Rock solid.
They made it in like 2 weeks. It's impressive.
They really did. It was like, wasn't it like
it was just made on a whim?
Yeah, because he made that like while they were doing the visual effects for Ready Player One, and then Ready Player One comes out in March. Yeah, it's really good.
This is also, of course, the year of Paddington 2. Let's not forget.
Well, technically, Paddington 2 comes out in the U.S. in 2018, so but it came out in the UK in 2017.
Because on Letterboxd, First Reformed is also 2017, but that is a 2018 film.
Yeah, that is a 2018 film. Yeah, for sure, buddy, for sure. All right, Trace. Oh, This is Blade Runner 2049. This is why fucking Hoyte van Hoytema didn't win, because Deakins won finally.
Forgot about that. It's a good looking movie.
Yes, I would have given it to Hoyte. I would have made Deakins wait again. Of course, I would have given.
I'm fine with Deakins winning that one. You can call it a coin. You can call it a coin flip.
Yeah, like a Harvey Dent coin flip.
Yeah, where both are actually heads, and it was going to be Deakins the whole time.
Yeah, it was going to be Deakins the whole time. Not that like Deakins shouldn't have won like 6 times before in his career. The curse of the Oscars, they never get it right.
Van Hoytema will be just fine.
Well, he already won one. He won for Oppenheimer.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, you know, he's probably going to. I mean, for all we know, he might win another
runner for the Odyssey.
Yeah. Trace, can you tell everybody where they can find you and all your work on the internet, as well as also your recommendation of the week? And thank you for coming on again, buddy.
Thank you for having me. I'll start with my recommendation of the week. Me and Annie were watching some erotic thrillers.
Oh.
And we watched a really funny one.
That's why you watched Shape of Water.
Yep. It's thrilling seeing the fish get down. We watched a really funny one. We were talking about PTA. Of course, he directed Boogie Nights, of course, starring Mark Wahlberg. But a year before Boogie Nights fame, Mark Wahlberg starred in a movie called Fear, in which he plays a possessive, violent, angry stalker boyfriend who will have Reese Witherspoon at whatever cost it takes, including if it means getting his gang to try to murder her whole family.
That's the one with the roller coaster.
It is the scene with it is the movie with a very famous roller coaster scene.
Mm-hmm.
I always wonder what I would like to hear Mark Wahlberg talk about this movie now, considering he has so many objections towards Boogie Nights now. I feel like he would have objections towards having started this movie as well. I don't know if this movie is great, but it is very funny to watch. So that's my recommendation. You can, of course, find me on Letterboxd and Instagram and things at Trace Sauveur, reviewing movies on the AwardsWatch website.
Wow.
Also, Ryan, when does this episode come out?
This, of course, is the first week of July when we've been coming out here.
All right. Well, I don't know when my band's next show is, but High Rise Fire, follow us on Instagram, Atlanta.
They got music on iTunes.
We do have music on iTunes. We just recorded a new EP. It'll be coming out soon. If you're in Atlanta, we're playing it's such a long name. We're playing the 10K that happens in Atlanta in July on the 4th of July. So if you're running the 10K in Atlanta on the 4th of July,
there you go.
High Rise Fire will be playing as you run by.
Unfortunately, I will be steering clear of that, as it requires running 10 kilometers.
Yeah, I will also be steering clear of the running part of the day. I'll be on a stage.
I just don't live in the area.
Otherwise, you would be there.
Otherwise,
and running the 10K.
I don't know about that. I go see Trace.
Yeah.
And then we grab a beer.
We're playing for 5 hours or so.
Okay, I wouldn't be out there the whole time. You'd probably give me like 20 minutes.
Are you gonna play any of the Dunkirk score?
Yeah, I think we're trying to figure out how we can get some Hans Zimmer stuff in there.
Are you guys gonna play Ticket to Ride?
You know it.
Okay, well then that's all that matters. I just want to like a lot of.
Are you gonna play Master of Puppets?
Only 10 times.
Yeah. Will you play the Monster Mash, even though it's not Halloween?
No, we won't play the Monster Mash, unfortunately.
Boo!
There's a couple of people in the band that are scared of monsters, and I don't think they would appreciate having to play it.
No,
it's because they don't understand that song.
Rude.
Yeah.
And no one really actually knows what the Monster Mash is, honestly. Jay.
Yeah. Letterboxd, J Ledbetter, Twitter, at Mr. J Ledbetter, writing, awardswatch.com. Recommendation of the week. I think these will be over by the time this episode comes out, but dude, the Stanley Cup playoffs are out of control good.
They've been really good.
They are.
Yeah, it'll be done by then.
Stunning, stellar. I'm a Carolina Hurricanes fan. Like when they're really good, I get kind of into it. I've got some merch, so now I'm like all in. And unfortunately, as we are recording, the Hurricanes are down 2-1 series. Okay. But every single game of the Stanley Cup Finals has been an absolute classic.
Maybe I should watch.
You really should. It is.
Maybe that'll help me out with the other thing.
It could be. Yeah. I mean, it has been absolutely amazing. There was a 4-0 comeback last night.
Oh man.
It was crazy. I mean, it's absolutely.
Well, the thing about it is that
they're getting hit in the face with pucks and then playing the next game.
Fuck. I want to watch this. Well, I mean,
he came out. He had the cage, like the kind of
like
because he didn't want to get hit in the face again. He had his nose put back on his face and then played hockey.
So he had a Bane mask,
more or less.
It would be extremely painful for you.
No, you have that line wrong now.
Yeah,
that is what it should be, but it's not.
I know.
You're a big guy.
You're a big guy. Get in that hockey game, big guy.
Before we conclude, I do have to promote Jay and I's other podcast.
Oh, yes, of
that
course.
we do with Jesse Nussman.
Great.
Conversations on Clint, otherwise known as the Clint Cast, otherwise known as Rubbing the Clint. It is a podcast about the filmography of Clint Eastwood.
It's a really great show. I didn't think he was going to say it.
So there you go. Check that out.
They do rub it hard, that Clint, on that episode by episode basis.
Ryan will be on at some point.
I'll be on at some point. I don't know what it'll be yet, but I'll be on, and
I think we already know
I'm sure that will be a chaotic, fun episode that we'll be on for.
We keep it a little more streamlined over there.
Not with me on, baby.
Yes.
Not with me. Welcome to the Thunderdome, motherfucker.
We can't have Jay doing 2 podcasts that run 2.5 hours every single week.
Impossible. Yeah.
Welcome to bringing me on as a guest. It's not going to go the way you think. Just like when all you yahoos come onto this show. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky at Ryan McQuade 77. You can find all my work here at awardswatch.com. If you like podcasts, we have the main show that's released on Mondays, iTunes, Spotify, 5-star reviews. We greatly appreciate them. While we're on the website, please sign up for the newsletter. It's the best place to get all of our news, reviews, interviews, podcasts, all sent to you in one place. You know, almost said letter of recommendation. Recommendation of the week. You know, don't really have much going on. I've got a lot of heartbreak going on right now. So I don't really want to. The time we're recording this, my Spurs are going to definitely lose the NBA Finals. So,
Murph,
you know, it's
don't let him watch, Murph. Don't let him
don't
watch.
don't let me watch, buddy.
Don't let him watch the game.
If only I could have just sent a message from the past back to myself to not watch those 2 fucking games, I would have been really appreciative. I will say at the time
Murph,
recording,
don't let him throw the ball off the guy's back, Murph.
God
He's
damn
not
it.
looking, Murph.
fuck you. Like straight up. The best thing you can do right now at the time recording is to watch a Steven Spielberg movie. And so I would say watch any of his films that are depicting of aliens or sci-fi.
What's your like Ryan special Spielberg? What's a Spielberg movie you feel like you like a lot more than other people?
I mean, I guess like I like Catch Me If You Can as a top 3, but I don't think that like
that's definitely higher than most, but I think I agree with you on that one. Trace, what's yours?
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Mine's Munich.
High
Yeah, I
bar for
love
me, War of
Munich.
the Worlds.
Munich's top 6. You know, I like
The BFG.
I gotta rewatch AI this week leading up to Disclosure Day.
Masterpiece.
I really think that
I
now's the time to do so. I think Minority Report
Trace appears to have
rules.
different opinions about AI.
I love AI.
Okay.
Masterpiece movie that I just rewatched for a certain ranking list that will be happening on the AwardsWatch website.
Well, I'll be having this fun. But yeah, like watch a Spielberg, get in the mood for Disclosure Day. And then while you're at it, watch some Nolan because we're on the home stretch here, getting ready to
Getting
see
close.
that Odyssey soon here on this show and talk about it. I'm really excited about it. So watch that. Don't watch sports; they'll break your heart.
Only movies.
Go gently into the good night.
Yeah,
Dude,
that'll do it for this
why
week's
am I getting all
episode.
that? I'm doing all this in this.
You're
episode.
doing a
In this
lot of
episode.
impressions today, and I'm loving it.
Do not go gently
Hey,
into the good night.
You know
Jay
you're gonna
does
have to
a-
do. You know you're gonna have to do your Michael Caine when we do Tenet. That's a terrible suit. You need to. You go to. Brooks. We don't want you to. We'll balance the budget later.
Your father would never wear that suit.
No.
Jay does a lot of great Clint Eastwood impressions on the Clint Eastwood podcast.
Brooks Brothers is not. It's not in season, Mr. Wayne. Next week.
not bury another one.
I will not bury another Batman. I will not bury another nylon cloak. We
I
will.
will not do it.
We'll be back next week to talk about Tenet. We're going to talk about Tenet next week.
Masterpiece.
Funny. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you all next time.